I'd like to give you information. Lumbuye is in custody of the Turkish authorities with some other Ugandans, and they have been charged with several crimes they have committed or offenses that the Turkish authorities have preferred, including breach of immigration regulations and rules. They will be deported, or they already been deported, and they're en route to Uganda, where they'll be in Uganda probably in the early hours of tomorrow morning.
Wait a second. They'll be deported, they've been deported, or they will be deported.
Omuyigo ku bantu bano gwatandika era amawulire gakedde kusaasaana nga galaga nti Fred Kajubi amanyiddwa ennyo nga Lumbuye akwatiddwa mu ggwanga lya Buturuki gy'abadde abeera. Minisita omubeezi ow'ensonga z'ebweru w'eggwanga Okello Oryem agambye nti bannayuganda basaanidde basanyukire okukwatibwa kwa Lumbuye abadde afuuse mukoko mu kujooga abakulembeze ba kuno.
This is 4 years ago. It did not happen.
And if he's arrested because of a crime he committed, then he deserves to be arrested because he committed a crime.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Muhoozi Kainerugaba melting down over Lumbuye. He says, I'm going to finish with Turkey soon. They must produce Lumbuye to us soon, or else I will expel their extremely useless ambassador.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, broadcasting to you from these United States of the Americas. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me and at whatever time you might enjoy this conversation. My name is Mordecai Morisa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Morisa Live. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening once again. The Ugandan government is melting over Fred Kajubi Lumbuye. Yes, they're melting over Fred Kajubi Lumbuye. And this time around is none other than Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the Nepo baby who happens to be the commander of our defense forces. Now, this new level of meltdown is unbelievable. He's threatening to attack Turkey once again. I think I should refresh your mind. It was 4 years ago when the Ugandan government told us that Lumbuye had been arrested in Turkey. I think the new name is pronounced as Turkey. He had been arrested in Turkey and that was going to be extradited back to Uganda. Was going to be deported to Uganda. Well, I have some news for you. That did not happen. It's not happening soon. It is not happening soon. So Muhoozi is frustrated because of the news coming from Lumbuye. His criticism towards the Museveni criminal regime is saying, please give me Lumbuye or else. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to make this commentary in English because you never know, there could be some folks in Turkey who might want to know about what the clownish comment coming from the commander of the Defense Forces of Uganda. But I have to refresh your mind before I show you what Muhoozi Kainerugaba is saying. Let me show you. This was 4 years ago when this gentleman held a press conference and told us, listen to the words, because in just a blink of an eye, he's going to deny these words. But listen before he denies. Listen here.
I'd like to give you information.
Lumbuye
is in custody of the Turkish authorities with some other Ugandans, and they have been charged with several crimes they have committed or offenses that the Turkish authorities have preferred, including breach of immigration regulations and rules. They will be deported, or they already been deported, and they're en route to Uganda, where they'll be in Uganda probably in the early hours of tomorrow morning.
Wait a second. They will be deported, they've been deported, or they will be deported. What in the world of vague language is that? It is nebulous. Were they deported? Are they being deported? Are they going to be deported? Go back and listen to what he says. This is one salad.
Will be the immigration regulations and rules. They will be deported, or they already been deported and they're en route to Uganda, where they'll be in Uganda probably in the early hours of tomorrow morning. I wanted to take this opportunity to assure the family and friends and those who have been following this story closely that Lumbuye, on arrival with his other accomplices, will be received by the authorities, the relevant authorities, and they will be questioned by relevant authorities of the various offenses that they have committed, and some of them have a direct implication in Uganda. I'd like to assure you that they will then be brought before the court of law after being interviewed and after statements being received from them. They'll be before the court of law, and the events will then take its course as to charges brought on them by the DPP. One thing I'd like to inform Ugandans that I have read so much and seen so much hysteria in the social media that if you were brought to Uganda, you might be mistreated and executed. I'd like to assure everybody.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to listen to what you say. I don't want to listen to your nonsense. I've seen so much hysteria that when you're brought back to Uganda, you'll be mistreated. Dude, we have to be brought back to Uganda. We have so many Ugandans that have been mistreated. The commander of the defense forces prides in torturing political opponents. What are you talking about with your big face? Listen to what he says.
Categorically, that Lumbuye and others who will come to Uganda will be given cordial treatment. There will be no mishandling of these individuals.
Does he believe these lies? Does he believe this? I mean, this pisses me off. Like, they take people for a ride. Like, he just says, spews this nonsense. They've killed innocent people. And then you say he's not going to be tortured? Well, this, you might be wondering what had triggered the government to have interest in Lumbuye. I'll play you a story here. Museveni had been announced dead, and as thin-skinned he is, he was like, no. You have to arrest those people who are announcing me dead. I'm still alive. Come on. It's the president of Uganda. I don't know. You tell me. Is this being thin-skinned or what? Like, say that about me. Say that about any other person. Say any stupid thing you want to say about me. Maybe because I'm just a ding-dong on social media flapping his gums in a small corner here in the USA. But really, it doesn't really matter. Even if you are my relative or a friend and you said nasty things about me, it is okay. That's what you believe. Please go on. But if a ding-dong Mordecai can actually, this one about me, but if I am going to ignore what somebody says about me, how about a president of Uganda? It's like, I heard people, let me play this story. It's in Uganda, but I'll try to translate here.
Nga munaana omwezi guno Pulezidenti Museveni yalagira abakuumaddembe okukwata abo bonna abagenda bamubika nti yafaako ssa n'abagenda basiiwuuka empisa ku mitimbagano gya yintaneti nga basaasaanya amawulire ogw'obulimba.
So he ordered for the arrest of everyone that announced him dead.
Social media apparatus has been saying that
Social media. Look at him.
Museveni is dead. Now the other day when I went to site of bomb or to lay a foundation, and people were looking really, the security service needs also to solve that problem.
The security service need to solve that problem. So he was telling them, hey, I hope you understand my coded language of arrest all these people that are announced me dead. How many people are you going to announce? The entire 45 million or 50 million Ugandans?
Omuyigo ku bantu bano gwatandika era leero amawulire gakedde kusaasana nga galaga nti Fred Kajubi amanyiddwa ennyo nga Lumbuye akwatiddwa mu ggwanga lya Butuluki gy'abadde abeera. Minisita omubeezi ow'ensonga z'ebweru w'eggwanga Okello Oryem agambye nti bannayuganda basaanidde basanyukire okukwatibwa kwa Lumbuye abadde afuuse mukoko mu kujooga abakulembeze ba kuno.
This is 4 years ago. It did not happen.
And if he's arrested because of a crime he committed, then he deserves to be arrested because he committed a crime. Anybody who commits a crime in any country whatsoever will pay the price for committing or breaking the law, including in Uganda. That person they're talking about to is not a special person. Who is he to think that he can be above the law?
Yeah, who are you to think that you can be above the law? You serve a criminal regime that is breaking the law every day. It's illegal, immoral, it is unethical. It should be long in the dustbin of history, that criminal regime of Museveni. Why do you think that you're okay? You serve a criminal regime. The command of the defense forces, how many times have we heard you calling out the lawlessness of Muhoozi Kainerugaba? When? The torturing of innocent people. When? Why are you so much concerned about Lumbuye, who has never killed any person? Who has never... Geez, these people think that Ugandans are stupid.
Ekitongole kya poliisi ekikesi kitegeezezza nga bwe beesunze Lumbuye okukomezebwawo kuno kubanga obujulizi obukakasa emisango gye yazza baabufuna dda.
4 years down the road, you know what happened in those 4 years? This guy who's going to say a few nonsensical statements here, he was actually arrested. Not arrested, he was abducted. This twine Charles.
Misango jaina mingi mitirivu ndisuka ne mwana.
Okay, let's go now. Let me show you what Muhoozi Kainerugaba is saying. Watch here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Muhoozi Kainerugaba melting down over Lumbuye. He says, I'm going to finish with Turkey soon. They must produce Lumbuye to us soon, or else I will expel their extremely useless ambassador. Okay. Then he goes on here to say, Africans are used to bowing down to pigs like the Turks. I'm not scared of them. They should be scared of us. Any more threats against us will be met with consequences. You know, again, I posted something on my X platform. I think I want to show you here. It is in line with this because this man is threatening the entire country on our behalf. I mean, nobody's asking him, but he wants to. He pretends as though Ugandans are asking him to do this. But this is what I posted. An evil man will burn his own nation to the ground to rule over ashes. Like, starting unprovoked animosity between Uganda and Turkey. For what reason? For what reason? That's why he goes on to say, you should. I'm going to finish with you soon. They must produce Lumbuye to us soon, or else I will expel their extremely useless ambassador. Now tell me, it is either utter stupidity in the mind of Muhoozi Kainerugaba thinking that when he uses that language, referring to an ambassador of an entire country, this country is going to be like, oh Muhoozi, we are sorry, here is Lumbuye. Is that how he thinks? Is that the psychology behind that tweet? You don't call or refer to the ambassador of a country as useless, because when you do that, you're referring to an entire nation as useless. So it is the same country you're saying, hey, hand me my political opponent or my critic. Hand them to me. How do these people operate every day? How do they go to bed? How do they sleep comfortable? Like he's threatening a country and says, give me that person. It doesn't work like that. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Mordecai, what happened? Why did these people actually hold press conferences saying, hey, we've got information Lumbuye has been arrested and is going to be deported back to Uganda? This is my thinking. And this is me guessing what might have happened. I think the Ugandan government wrote to Turkey and told them, hey, we want you guys to arrest Lumbuye. And Turkey looked at the nonsensical regime the Uganda has become, and they were like, okay, we're going to arrest him. Before they confirmed the news of the arrest of Fred Lumbuye, they went and held a press conference and said, hey, he's been arrested. He's going to be deported back to Uganda. It never happened. They played them, just like I usually say, like a fiddle. Like a fiddle. Turkey played Uganda again. And now Muhoozi thinks that when he makes these threats, that Turkey is going to be like, oh, dear Muhoozi, oh, we are afraid of the UPDF. Here is Lumbuye. Please don't attack us. It's embarrassing at this point. It's embarrassing. So shameful. Only if he's got shame in him, because it takes a certain level of conscience. So the question is, to what extent does he use his conscience? It is sad. But again, you have a few folks within the Museveni criminal regime who are going to defend this. And it is so sad. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, that Turkey is going to go on and look at these tweets from Muhoozi Kainerugaba, like where he says, the Noya elders are wise enough to give me 1,000 cows. I will stop attacking them. Who says, I'll stop killing you if you give me 1,000 cows? The country, Turkey, is going to look at this and be like, oh, this is a tough guy. We should hand over Lumbuye. That's how he thinks. They're going to be opening, reading tweets where he says, oh, killing Bobby is an easy job. Very, very easy. He says he likes boxing. I'm inviting him to a boxing match. A man who prides in, killing my father's political opponent is very easy. So Turkey is going to look at this and be like, oh my God, we should hand over Lumbuye. He's made himself a clown that people don't take him seriously anymore. I'll show you more of this. I was searching these tweets. Look at what he says. After we kill Besigye, it will be turn of some MPs. Their necks have grown too fat from stealing money from us. We will hang them. Then says, I will hang Besigye on June 9th. But thanks to some idiots in parliament who have brought the day closer. He calls members of parliament idiots. So this, oh my God. So Muhoozi Kainerugaba is super convinced that, look at what he said about, is very convinced that the countries like Turkey and other countries are going to look at these streets and be like, oh, we need to listen to that man. Oh, we are afraid of Muhoozi. He said, we have killed 22 NUP terrorists. We don't have them in Uganda, but he's referring to members of the Bobby Wine's political party, the NUP. I'm praying the 23rd to be Bobby Wine. He's looking forward to killing Bobby Wine. That's Muhoozi Kainerugaba for you. Do you know why? An evil man will burn down his nation to the ground. He'll burn it to the ground to rule over ashes. So these people are melting over Lumbuye, and it's not going to happen. I know they are wishing to have me. Oh my God, if they caught me, I think they would enjoy eating me alive. They would chop my skin. I think they would black out my fingernails. They would. I cannot imagine. You know, I've had stories of people who have been abducted and tortured. Many of them, I've met them eye to eye. I remember I was working on a 97.7 Record FM in Uganda, and I hosted this man. I think his name is Shaban, forgetting the other name, but he was abducted, tortured, as he was being asked to accept that he was the one behind the killing of Andrew Felix Kawes. What they did to this man, his name is Shaban Senfuka. What they did to this man in the infamous Nalufenya is indescribable. It is unbelievable. He was an innocent man that was just arrested out of the blue, and then they started torturing him. Imagine if they caught me. You know, I think they are always going like, one day shall get you, Mordecai. One day. I say, bring it on. Bring it on. If that's what you want. If you want to ask the U.S., oh, Mordecai. You know, they come up with those stupid accusations, trumped up charges. Oh, Mordecai is a terrorist. And if that's the price that I have to pay for my country to be liberated, so go on. Here I am. Here's my body. Kill me. Torture me. So, let them melt over Lumbuye. It's not going to work. Our mission is to defeat the Museveni criminal regime and lead a new path for our country, to build a better country. That's it for now. Let me know what you think. I said I should do this commentary in English because you know what? There could be some folks in Turkey who want to know what's going on with this Muhoozi, and many of the commentators producing their content in Uganda, myself included. Sometimes it is Uganda. So I said, hey, folks in Turkey, if you're watching from Turkey, please let me know in the comment section and be like, hey, Mordecai, now I know you're being led by a mad dog in the military, and this is Muhoozi Kainerugaba. See you. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.